As you already know, I created a whole YouTube channel to talk because I desperately wanted to do it and to share everything that is happening in this box with belief and hope that this will help someone who watches my videos. Today, I want to talk about how to stop overthinking, how to deal with overthinking, because I am a pro overthinker. I am OG overthinker. I was overthinking before it became a mainstream and people started bragging about how it's cool to be an overthinker. And I feel like I can give you the advice that literally no one ever shared with you because I tried everything on this earth. And let me tell you, I know this feeling when you feel so powerless, when you cry, when you beg for this loop of overthinking, sometimes the same thought or the same scene that you are having over and over again in your head, you beg for it to stop because you feel so powerless inside your own head. I know how is this to not be able to help yourself with anything and you feel literally like a prisoner in something that literally belongs to you. And this is so sad, but I have found how to crack the code. I have tried meditations, affirmations, breath work, whatever. It didn't help me for long, but this one thing not only helped me to deal with overthinking 100%, but also helped me to level up from each overthinking scene or whatever it is that I have in my mind. So I will try to make this video as quick and fast as possible. Stick to it for the very end and let's get deep into it. So some time ago, I have heard the phrase that when depression comes to you, do not spook it away, do not ask it to go, but treat it as a beautiful woman, pour her a glass of wine and listen to what she is trying to say. And as long as nothing was literally helping me with my overthinking processes, I decided to actually think about what is all of this trying to tell me? What is this thing like that I am thinking over and over again, over and over again? Usually these were some imaginary arguments, like, you know, this thing that you were supposed to say when you were having an argument, but you didn't find a good one at that moment, so you are literally repeating it over and over again, or some imaginary arguments in the future or whatever. And I started thinking like there literally should be some kind of a purpose to all of that, because I refuse believe that my head is just so dumb that it's just decided to, you know, pollute myself with some things that I do not need. So I decided to dig deeper into it and ask myself, what are these things are actually willing to show me? Maybe there is some higher sense for it. And let me tell you, there actually was. Because with these scenes and with these overthinking stories that I was telling myself, like, and playing in my mind every day, I got to uncover really a lot of limiting beliefs. And they just were like nagging me every day, begging me to free them, to notice this pattern and to set them free. And let me tell you, every time when I was thinking over the topic again and again, again and again, again and again, again and again, like for days, for weeks, there was always some kind of a saying that this was meant to tell me. And once I uncovered it, I have never had this exact pattern repeating in my head again. So let me give you the example. I'm the person who often had some kind of the arguments with other people. This could be my friends, this could be my colleagues or ex-colleagues, this could be like very different people, even those who actually like treat me okay in real life, but I was imagining like in my head and overthinking that they actually don't. Or for some past conflicts, I literally could not let them go and I could not like seriously detach from them. So, like, they were appearing in my head for the last, like, couple of weeks, you know, and at one moment of time it started really bothering me. This was the moment when, you know, I was tired of like being a bad bitch in my mind, because I started getting like literally really exhausted from thinking about this like every time, and like I kind of like exceeded the number of different scenarios in my mind. So it was literally the same movie over and over again. I got bored. And I was like, okay, what do you want? And I started looking at this and I understood that I have a deep, issue, deep belief that people in my life do not like me. That, that I literally had arguments with everyone in my head, and not necessarily on something that happened in real life. Sometimes I was coming up with these things just randomly. And I when I was retrospectively looking at these scenes that I produced for myself in my own head, I noticed that there was always a pattern of people do not liking me, out of the blue. And I discovered that literally, I feel like people do not like me. And when I uncovered this thing, when I took a look at it, I was like, what a stupid thing to think about. What a stupid thing to even believe in. My overthinking, all the situations that I was coming up with, they literally stopped. I stopped feeding this belief. I stopped feeding this thought of people not liking me, and it disappeared, because there is no need for my subconscious mind to keep nagging me anymore that something is wrong. And your subconscious mind will always be willing to throw these things at you, because I believe that literally we want all subconsciously to become as good people as possible, the best versions of ourselves, etc. And our subconscious mind in this way is trying to literally show you where you need to change your beliefs. But your subconscious mind cannot just hey, you hear me? People don't like you. You believe that people don't like you. Even if it would try, you would anyway heard it, people don't like you. Not you believe that people don't like you, but people don't like you. And you would get even deeper into this fear, So the only way how it can show you something is through repeating patterns in your life, through repeating patterns in your imagination, through repeating patterns in everything that you see. Once you are able to see and uncover the pattern, you always know that there is something if it repeats more than 2 times. When it's 1 time, well, you are not guilty of that. When it's 2nd time, well, you are just not the smartest person for repeating the same mistake over again. But when this is 3rd time, 4th time, 5th time, etc., there is definitely a pattern that you need to study. Once you're able to uncover different patterns, you are able to change them. Because, every time when you uncover the pattern, you first act subconsciously on it. So first, before, let's say, I uncovered this belief that people do not like me about myself, I used it unconsciously. So even though I am confident, I consider myself to be a confident person, I am a content creator. I speak about different things online, and most people like me there. Most 90% of people in my life also like me. So this is not necessarily, something externally that is going to show you that you have this specific pattern. In my mind was showing me this pattern. So what was I saying? What I was trying to say, that once you are able to uncover the pattern, I first was doing this unconsciously. So I unconsciously was having inner conversations about people do not liking me, always plotting something against me or whatever. Trust issues, So whatever. But now, once I know this, once I have noticed this pattern, this is my choice from now on, whether I want to repeat it, whether I even need to. And if I decide to, then I want to stay as my old self. I don't want to grow. But as long as I know this, I'm able to say no to this kind of pattern. I'm able to change it, to change my belief, because this is actually not true. Like, this is not true that people do not like me. Obviously, this is not true. Whatever negative belief that you say to yourself, whatever you believe in and feel like a fact, this is literally not true, because this is just something that you repeated over and over several times, that there was some kind of event and you made very like emotional decision about something, or just someone who you have faith and like, they are an authority to you and you believe that because they said this, whatever. This is the only reason why you have this belief. But no one goes harder on you than you. When you understand this, like, you will start realizing that you need to become your own like literal best friend, because everything else just doesn't make sense unless you become your best friend. Because people, outsiders, think about you so much better than you think about yourself. And once you start like getting deep into this work, you will notice that this is actually true. So to deal with overthinking, just like think about what is this specific scene that you are overthinking, what is this specific pattern is telling you, like what kind of belief is actually rooted behind this scene. Because you can do breath work and meditations as long as you want. You can meditate 7 hours a day, but the truth is, if you do not change the belief that all of these like thoughts and inner conversations are linked to, they will anyway be coming. And you'll just be like, I don't know, battling with the wind. It will be there, either you want to or either you don't. Like, who cares? Because the reason for your overthinking of the specific type of situations is still on the place. It's still present within you. Once you're able to uncover this thing, once you're able to uncover the reason, you're able to change it. This is how it works. This is it. I hope that this video was short enough, because I recently had quite a lot of long videos. I hope that you enjoyed them as well. If not, go check them out on my YouTube channel. I'll be very happy. As always, I have been there for you. I hope that some information from this box was helpful for you, and I'll be happy to see you in my next videos. Leave your thoughts about overthinking, how you're dealing with it, and whether you find my advice actually game-changing for you, whether you want to try it. I'll be happy to read all of your thoughts in the comments and answer all of them. By far, I will see you in my next videos. I've been happy to be with you. Have an amazing week. Bye.